What's going on, guys? Izzy's Mindset Israel back with another video, and this is probably one of, if not the most spontaneous video I've had, because I was going through ads, or I was going through my social media on Instagram specifically, going through ads and seeing how people's ads are, looking at their landing pages, seeing what they offer. And what I've seen time and time again is that so many people get burned by funding companies, funding brokerages, or simply people that don't know how to actually fund you, how to fund businesses, or simply set up your business to get business credit. So I came down, and this is just for me to see, because maybe you can't see with the flash in the back, right? But from what I've seen in my experience, from what we do here at Anomaly Enterprise versus what others do, I think there's a drastic difference, and I think it simply comes down to regurgitated info online and the amount of people that can't do one thing, or they've said they've been successful in a niche or a specific industry, so then they divert and they go do coaching or mentorships, whatever. To each his own, right? However, if we're talking about funding business owners and helping business owners access capital, specifically 0% capital or long-term capital with lines of credit, you need to know who you're working with, right? So what I see a lot of other companies do, they sell the mentorship and course. They do a couple funding sequences for some clients. They think they've got it all down packed, and then they move on. They probably utilize one or two banks strongly, and they don't know or have any relationships at other banks. They don't know what to put on those applications to get the highest limits. I see it way too often. Second, they have a community, right? The community, it gives a great aspect of feel, comfort, but what happens is they're probably not the one sending all the messages. They probably have a VA in there, whatever. And then what else? When you ask a question, you're hoping someone responds, and it's not even the person that runs the community. I think that's kind of crazy, don't you think? Yeah. 3, they don't give you real data, right? So many of this information that they give you is outdated. They're telling you things that worked 2-3 years ago that simply don't work today. Think about it. You see everyone joining the funding industry, everyone's saying the same exact thing on every single application. You don't think these banks notice? You don't think Chase notices? You don't think American Express notices? Come on, like, they're using outdated info. They don't know what to put on these applications, or simply they don't have relationships like they say they do. It's blasphemy. And this is the biggest one. They're not even reading your credit report, nor can they read a credit report. If someone's getting on if you're getting on a sales call with someone, or you're getting on a simple call to go over your funding options, and they don't even ask to see your credit report, they're just letting you say whatever, that's a red flag. Why would you work with them? Because anyone can say, oh, I have a 750 credit score, yada, 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 all of this. And then when it comes time to pull your credit, you don't have any of that, right? You should want to work with someone that wants to take the time to pull your credit report. Now, if you're weary about this information, giving it to them, simply download the report yourself. I'll show you how to download it through Experian, Identity IQ, MyFreeScore, whatever it is. Block off any of the information that you don't want them to see. Basically your address, your full name, whatever, and then share it with them. I mean, like, if you think that you don't have to share this information to get the best synopsis or best diagnosis of what's going on with your credit, you're crazy. All right, so what do we do? What do we do at Anomaly Enterprise that makes us so different? That first call, we're gonna go over your credit report. Whether you're fundable or you're not, you're gonna know by the end of that call. Simple. You're either going to be good for funding, you're going to need to pay down your utilization, you're going to need to remove negatives, or you needed a completely entire build out for your credit. It's going to be one of those things, and we'll let you know. I'll let you know on that call. 2, hidden data points. Some of these banks want to see different things. Chase, your personal income is probably going to want to look different than your Wells Fargo, right? I just know that off rip. Certain numbers give almost an automatic approval, and then from there it's just tearing up. Live application calls. We're doing these with you. If we're not connecting you with a banker or applying directly through a banker's link, we're going to do the application with you. This helps not compromise an IP address, and it just yields better results. You get decisions much quicker. A lot of times you'll see them right away, like a Bank of America, for instance. And lastly, proper positioning. We're going to go over everything, right? We're not just going to go over your personal credit report. We're going to make sure your business is structured properly. business name, business phone number, business email. That stuff matters. You got to operate like a big business, even if you're a smaller business right now. And just to let you guys know, any business doing less than $20 million is considered small business. So most of us are small business owners. Right? That's the big difference between Anomaly Enterprise and the other company you see online. When you're scrolling through Instagram, you're seeing the ads, they probably don't have or care about your best interest in mind, but best believe we do, and we're gonna get you the capital. So I'm Israel Albrecht, founder of Anomaly Enterprise. And if you're needing capital for your business, whether it be business credit cards, business lines of credit, term loans, equipment financing, for any industry that you're in, we're gonna make sure you're positioned properly in that industry, in that niche, to get you the max capital possible. Hopefully you guys took some gain from this. Hopefully you guys can understand and see that I truly am an expert in the credit space. I know I'm 25 years old. I've amassed over $200,000 in business credit. I did that myself without having any banker connections. So best believe you probably have a better credit profile than I did when I accessed that capital. So we'll get it done for you. I'll see you guys soon.